Hey, everybody. You know what time it is. It's time to start the week, and for me to say thank you. For you for listening, for anybody who's bought some of the awesome hats and shirts. I love the Iron Wolf hat, love the Machine King jacket, and also especially for our patrons, our heroes of Etera, who are supporting this directly on Patreon. If you're one of that special group, you'll be getting a special message in a little second. And for the rest of y'all, we'll see you in TABTA. Hello, everybody, and welcome to TABTA, the adventure behind the adventure for the 7th Valkyrie, where we watch one guy go from total obscurity to maybe 7 seasons in a movie, or maybe just figure out the power of friendship along the way. I'm your host, Colin Sharp, founder, voice, and creator of the 7th Valkyrie, coming to you from my studio in a closet in Costa Rica. How's it going? What's going on? We're in the middle of Emerald Shine. We've got one more episode coming out on Friday. And this is, if you're starting, if you have noticed a small pattern in the seasons, I'm not saying that I won't throw a curveball in here, but I like to just, start addressing some issues, allow them to build. You have some inciting incidents. You have some moments that add to tension, and over the course of the the season, things stack up and they stack up and they keep growing and they keep growing and they keep growing, and like the tension and the pressure, it's all building until it pops. And sometimes it pops and that causes more things, and then you've got this whole intricate system of bullshit that's like escalating and escalating and escalating, and then it's all gonna come crashing down at some point, but we don't know when that's gonna be. Is our journey right now, is Emerald Shine, is it the beginning of the end? Are we wrenching ourselves into the heart of battle, or are there more stories you have to tell? Who knows? You guys might, I might, but let's talk about this episode. Really proud of what Big Z did with the audio engineering here. A lot of the work that goes into bringing this vision together is also in helping you see the things and feel the things that are being told to you, if that makes sense. So the sound effects and what he does, setting the atmosphere, setting the energy, really adds something. My little brother was talking to me because he's listening through season 0 and season 1 right now, and he's like, yeah, this is really engaging, like I like it, but he has heard Pellets for a Rat, and he's like, whoa, like I cannot wait to get into the season that is really, it just makes a difference. And I mean, hundreds of years of movie makers and content creators will tell you that like sound effects and sound design and better editing, music makes a difference in how we feel, how we respond, how we engage. And I'm really excited about how the way that we, that Emerald Shine as a chapter, kind of 3-part chapter, kind of comes out. It really, the capturing the scale and the scope kind of viscerally is a huge benefit here. And that's something I'm really happy about, and it's something that as we add more and more elements and more crazy twists and more things going on in this epic adventure, I'm really stoked to have someone who can, from an audio perspective, from an engineering perspective, add those little things in, and someone that I can trust, and that's really awesome. Because when you go back and you listen to season 1, and eventually season 0 and season 1 will be have their enhanced versions put out, but it is a stark and striking difference when all of a sudden you can hear and feel and like darn near taste these things happening around you, and I think that's a huge difference, and that's what, obviously I'm going to keep doing it, but I think Emerald Shine was an example of how telling the story had energy. It had, when I get into the booth and I really am going. Like, I'm intending, I'm looking kind of down, and I'm always looking, as if I'm telling the story to people, and I'm giving, I'm moving my body, I'm moving my face. Sometimes, that creates problems for Zoran, but I'm like creating expressions. I'm shrinking up, I'm going down, I'm puffing up, and yeah, it just like, I tell the story as well as I could, the way that you would around a campfire to your friends. And that's actually how a lot of this storytelling kind of began, because I was telling it to my campers at a summer camp. And I realized how much I loved that part of it. But yeah, it's very interesting thinking about how much that little addition, and maybe not so little, can totally elevate something that was, hopefully, people were enjoying it beforehand, but now it has a whole new life to it. And, I'm stoked about Zoran. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, because this chapter is one of the ones where capturing the scale of this battle going on throughout the city, really, it helps to have that atmosphere, and it helps, kind of, contextualize you, so that, that in these moments where I can't, I'm not still saying, hey, people are fighting in the background, but you can understand that clamor, that din that's happening, and I think it just really helps set the atmosphere. So stoked about this chapter. Glad you guys have been able to enjoy it. I really just looked at the numbers, and I ran a little bit long on this one. So cheers to you guys. Much love. Patrons, enjoy your little tidbit today. It goes off on a little bit of a tangent, but they always do. And for everybody else, have a great week. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you guys will all enjoy the end of Emerald Shine and the many more chapters to come. Until then, cheers. Have a great week. And lots of love.